Welcome to blended learning. Blended learning is a method of teaching that combines large or small group instruction and 21st century tools. Think of a traditional school on one side and distance e-learning on the opposite side. Blended learning is somewhere in between. There are several models of blended learning. With the rotation model, teachers organize 3 to 4 stations rotating every 20 minutes. Station A is small group instruction with the teacher, B, computer-based activity to enhance learning, C or D, individual or teamwork projects or assignments. With lab rotation, students move between their classroom and the computer lab. Data from the content in the lab drives instruction in the classroom. Using the flex model, students use computers most of the day. The classroom looks like cubicles of computers. The teacher pulls small groups for differentiated instruction, such as interventions or seminar. Blended learning is applied in different ways. A district could offer 3 options to students to meet their individual needs: traditional instruction for some, e-learning for some, and blended learning for some. A middle school or high school could have blended classes 2 periods several times a week. Then other days, students could work on individual or team projects. Universities, career and technical education schools can set up blended learning by using 1 day for lecture, 2 days for team discussions, and the other days for research. How do teachers feel about blended learning? Blended learning has allowed them to really get to know students' individual styles of learning. It provides time for differentiated instruction, engaging students at their individual levels. The data from the computer programs is driving the instruction, so students' instruction is targeted. Blended learning allows teachers to increase the rigor and push students further. The learning path and pace is controlled by the students. The models provide time for students to create and use higher order thinking. Teachers find blended learning more rewarding due to the level of involvement in learning engagement. Students are interested. They grasp material more readily. They say a sense of community is felt in the classroom, and there is better communication between teachers, students, and parents. How do students feel about blended learning? They like the immediate feedback they get using technology. They know where they stand with learning. Students like to be able to show their learning in alternate forms. They are glad they don't have to listen to as many lectures and are glad for less paper and pencil activities. They feel like they get more time with the teacher. Class seems shorter. Is there anything bad to say about blended learning? Usually only from teachers who don't buy into it, or those who were not trained adequately, or are not using technology to its fullest educational capacity. Teachers do agree that it is hard at first to implement blended learning. Implementing blended learning is a learning curve. Teachers need time to practice using all of the new technology tools. They also need time to understand how to read and use the data. My thoughts for teachers? Before technology is given to the students, train them on digital citizenship and the accepted use policy of the district. And teachers, have a plan for early finishers in class at stations if this model is used. Also have a plan B for the times that the computer system is down. Final words. Growth shown with the use of blended learning may take more than a year. Remember, teachers, don't get caught up in the technology tools. Good teaching is making the best of online and face-to-face teaching and being able to meet all students' needs. Personalized learning can happen with blended learning. Most of all, students in classrooms using blended learning become interested in learning, and that's a lifelong skill. I would like to implement blended learning, most importantly because students seem motivated and love it. In addition, there is more time for 21st century skills: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. What about you? For more information, Check out my Paperly magazine, A Blended Learning Teacher, a BLT.